welcome back to Redbanditracing, and in this video we're going to do the 1 year review on the Bandit VXL. We've got it just over a year ago, and in this video we're going to be giving our thoughts on how the car ran and its value.
Yeah, his was the standard Bandit and it was $200. This one was the Bandit VXL and it was about $345. Really just depends on where you got it. We're going to show you guys some speed runs and how they handled. We did a lot to these cars over the year, trying to get that 70 miles an hour. They handled really good, but at a certain speed they get that death wobble and then they just start flying all over the place. And we will get into the durability, but 70 miles an hour was about our top speed, and the wheelie bars really went through hell. I think we replaced one, maybe two of them from crashing. As you can see, they look amazing going fast. Our average speed was probably about 60 miles an hour. We did hit 70 once or twice, and we tried as many things as we could to get above 70, but I do not like crashing these Bandits. These Bandits do some wicked crashing, which we will definitely get into.
The roads we did our speed runs on were always a bit bumpy, so going that fast, the wheelie bar would catch on those bumps in the road, and that's why we had a few wheels get torn off. We even had a wheel completely crack in half. Bandits were probably our biggest project on the channel. We made the most modification videos with the Bandit.
The speed runs were just fun.
Yeah, we did a lot of speed runs. Our first 200 view video was actually a speed run video with the Bandits, and that was back when I was running a Spectrum motor, because I got the stock two-wheel drive Bandit. I believe I broke a few axles, a hub, and I believe I'm the only one to actually break a wheelie bar. It was in the new motor part 1. Oh my god, I did a wheelie, I hit a bump in the road, the car flipped a few times, it was really loud, and the wheelie bar was broken in half. I also broke a bulkhead going probably about 40 miles per hour into a lamppost, because I run into a lot of poles.
He loves those poles.
I cracked the bulkhead in half. I kind of just popped in the pins and kept going for that day, even though that wasn't a good idea. And I think I've only broken 1 or 2 hubs, and I think the first part I broke was the plastic toe links, because that was back when this was a completely stock, brand new two-wheel drive $200 Bandit. So after that we did upgrade the toe links. But that's kind of the only real upgrade I've had besides the motor and ESC.
And on mine, I think I broke 1 axle. I never broke a wheelie bar. I broke 1 front hub, 1 rear hub, and I replaced front and rear shock towers because some of those bad crashes bent them and it made the wing wire not sit in straight, so the wing looked all crooked. That's it. I didn't break a whole lot in mine, even with all those crashes, so you really can say these cars are extremely durable even at high speeds.
Yeah, I think the biggest weak point besides the wing, because the wing, when you flip over and rub, the wing towards the base will start splitting in half. But besides that, I'd say the biggest weak point is actually the hubs, because we've broken more hubs than axles going 70 miles an hour.
Okay, so and on my Bandit, I do plan on taking the front wing off, putting the wing wire back on with the rear wing. I'm gonna have to replace the front and rear shock towers. I'll try and get on there. But sliding on the roof, cheese grated these all the way down. I might even replace the wheelie bar, just to have a brand new wheelie bar on it, because it has taken a beating. The shocks are brand new, and there's actually nothing wrong with the chassis. All these crashes, and I never cracked the chassis. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hang up the high speeds on the Bandit and just put it back to stock, make it look nice and clean, and just do a lot of maybe short course racing with it.
And I know Bandits don't high speed, and I hate to do it, but I might retire the Bandit at 70 miles an hour. I'm still gonna race it off road, but there's not much you can do. I know I could replace the motor and maybe even convert it to a 4S, but I'm definitely not going to do that with this Bandit. If I ever make a 4S Bandit, it's going to be with a new one, because this is the staple of the channel. This was the first car of the channel, so I'm definitely not going to alter it that much. And
we did all these speed runs without modifying the chassis or anything. These were just stock Bandits trying to get them to 70 miles an hour. I know a lot of people probably got to 70 miles an hour pretty quick.
I know a lot of people modify their Bandit, and in the thumbnail and the title they say 80 mile an hour, 90 mile an hour. When you click on the video, and you don't recognize it's a Bandit because
Yeah.
the chassis is extended 5 inches. It's turned into a 4-wheel drive, new motor, new ASC, new body, and they say it's a Bandit, but I don't think there's a single living Bandit part in it anymore.
Yeah, I rather just keep it stock and try and hit the box speed. I mean, I was trying to go over by doing some of the modifications, but that being said though, to you, was this worth $200?
$200, this is very much worth it because besides the high speed, this is a buggy and you can actually take this on a track. You can't really jump it, but you can actually off-road race it. And if you spend, I think, the extra 100 for the ESC Millennium motor, if you turn in your old ESC motor,
Yep.
it goes another 40 miles an hour, and off-road racing with TSM and a bigger motor is actually really fun to do.
And the TSM is only $40.
Yeah.
If you already have a remote with the multifunction knob, so that's not bad. And yeah, I love my Bandit. This is probably my favorite car besides the Sledge. I love the Bandit. It just reminds me of that old school RC car, and that's why I like it so much. It's so versatile. I mean, you can take it off-road and go right to the streets with it, and I don't worry about breaking this even off-road or on a course. I know I can flip this thing and just keep going. I don't feel the same way about the Rustler, the Max, or the Sledge. I feel like if I go too hard on those, something's going to break. I don't feel like that with the Bandit. So this was definitely worth the $345. If you guys are looking for an RC car out there, your first RC car, I would honestly say this is it. This is definitely perfect for your first RC car because you can build up from there.
Yeah, building up from the Bandit was actually probably the best option because after the Bandit we did get the Rustler.
Yep.
And having the Bandit first definitely did help. I'm gonna say the Traxxas Bandit was my first RC car. I had a few low-end ones before, but this was my real hobby grade RC car, and this actually did teach me a lot of stability and speed management, and it definitely did build me up from the Rustler and Max.
Yeah, because you didn't have TSM until later now. So you really had to keep the car straight on your own. All right, so I think our future plans with the Bandit, we do have a few versus videos. I do want to take this to Silver Spur and see if it can't race the Rustler or even the Max. This thing is fast. It doesn't turn very well at high speeds, but it definitely rips on the dirt.
So we're probably not gonna have much more on-road videos with the Bandit anymore. We're definitely gonna see some off-road racing. And I know Billy Esser wants to see this in an RC Clash. I'm not gonna be the one to do it.
I'll do it for you.
I'm not gonna be doing it. I'm sticking to the E-Revo for now. But definitely gonna be having some off-road racing with the Bandit, even some versus, because we have planned to make a speed versus with the E-Revo and the Sledge to see who's the fastest 70-mile-per-hour Traxxas truck. Alright, so that's it. Bandit's definitely a great option. Let's just leave it at that. And if you guys haven't already seen our new series, RC Clash, go check it out. It's been out for a few weeks, and I guarantee you'll like that video. If you guys like this video, please subscribe, like the video, share it with friends, and we'll see you guys next one.